Omega White, man. It's come to my attention that there has been a developer preview of what I think is 9.2. In this video, I'm expecting high hopes of Copium and them to tell us that they're listening in some kind of form. I have seen on Twitter that they're working on some kind of solo queue, but it's only in beta form. I don't know. I haven't done a reaction video in such a long time. Actually, I can't remember. I think at the start of the BFAs when I did my last reaction video. So let's go ahead and watch the attorneys and developer preview. World of Warcraft Shadowlands. I don't know where to put my screen. Is this a fine spot? Where does a Bonnie put his camera? Okay, same spot as me. Again, that's gonna be an 11-minute video, so go ahead and grab your popcorn. I'll wait for you. Come back and let's watch this together. And the dislike to like ratio is looking perfectly balanced, as all things should be, right?
The Shadowlands story pulls together threads that started in Warcraft 3 and wove their way through many of our expansions. We approached it like a drama in 3 acts. Now, as the third and final act begins of the saga, we need to stop the jailer from reaching his ultimate goal, which is to rewrite the rules of reality. Eternity.
Is that what he's doing? I had no idea what he was doing. Not really keeping up with this expansion.
And serves as the final chapter of one book of the Warcraft saga. The jailer has the advantage. He has seized the sigils of the leaders of the 4 covenants.
Yep, I knew that.
Sylvanas realize that she's been a pawn in the jailer's game this entire time, and she refuses to serve him, and she's taken prisoner.
The jailer is able to open up.
Dude, what is Sylvanas? Sylvanas has been on everyone's team, by the way. Like, literally everyone's team is she just, like, betrayal. Has she not? I think she is.
To who knows where, taking Anduin with him.
And the Primus had us take some time to retrieve some new sigils.
Now we have gathered our forces. We are working with the Primus to open our own gateway to pursue the jailer to this realm unlike any we've seen before.
Whoa.
The Primus opens a portal, and we come into this alien land. It's completely white, foggy. We're walking on water for some reason.
They can only make out some shapes, some figures there, some crazy devices and consoles.
Eventually, you make your way to a giant gate, and behind it lies ZERETH Mortis.
I feel really bad for, like, pausing so much, but I don't already like this. I wish they would just go ahead and fix the game that they already have. That's all I want to say. I don't think adding content is going to help the game at all. I don't know. The game's broken from within. I don't know. I'm sorry.
First ones. And it is intended to create afterlives.
Think of it as being tucked away in the fabric of the Shadowlands itself. It's kind of the behind the scenes of these afterlives that we've journeyed.
This is like Oldemon.
It's the land where the progenitors, the first ones who created
whatever that
all
sand
the
place
realms
is
of the Shadowlands. This is their workshop.
They've created everything we've experienced in Azeroth and Shadowlands and even realms we haven't discovered yet.
These first ones built the universe as far as we know, but their intentions or methods are completely unknown.
But of course, the jailer's presence here is disrupting this process. And we're working to push back against the jailer's forces and protect this place.
I think the artists have done a fantastic job. And I know they did a lot of research and they looked at a lot of real-life examples of very strange places in the real world.
As a team, we were really trying to make this place as alien as possible. So we really wanted to make everything feel completely unique and completely different. Our trees here are floating.
I'm gonna be honest, no one cares. No one freaking cares, man.
We even have the massive Forge of Afterlives that is floating in the center of the zone.
And true to its name, it's something that is kind of putting together a new afterlife to be sent out into the Shadowlands.
We have this water all around you because water is really the catalyst for any kind of creation.
It's actually unlike any other water.
Hey, Stoops, what the heck?
This is actually water that we can walk on. It almost creates like a threshold between ZERETH Mortis and some other kind of more primordial space.
That guy looked just like Stoops. What the heck?
Everything you see in ZERETH Mortis has a purpose and intention behind it. For us, it was really important to find ways to convey that intention in the environment itself. And one of the ways in which we did it was through this duality between a lush and a dry biome. In the dry biome, we see perhaps what the original look of the zone was when the progenitors were first establishing this workspace for themselves. And in the lush biome, we see the result of their experimentation with plant life and fauna and things like that.
These are all test beds for what we'll eventually see elsewhere.
All right, now we're getting to some content.
From there, we started thinking about what
Some
kinds of
juice.
creatures would be in this place that are fundamentally prototypes. There's terraforming here. There's creatures that are building afterlives. We tried to really stretch and think what that might be like.
What's up with this like polygon
My personal
looking
favorite includes the giant armored
stuff?
snail, and we also have a progenitor
What is
chicken,
that?
which answers
What
the
is
question of
that?
what
That
came
looks so
first.
bad.
These first ones who crafted ZERETH Mortis, what they left behind were the automa, meant to take care of the place and make sure that it fulfilled its function to create afterlives.
The automa have several different classes, and you can see this in their silhouettes. We have the builders, we have the protectors, we have the casters, and each one of them have a specific role within the Shadowlands. And then you'll also discover the Jiro, which are a part of the automa. They're a little more quirky, they have a little more personality. They are a little more sentient than the other automa, so some of them even split off to pursue their own desires.
Unfortunately,
stop.
when we've found our way in, the
When
devourers
does this
also
stop?
found their way in. They are
Tell me what you're
ravenous.
actually
They're
adding.
consuming this weird energy, and it's causing them to mutate and to fall apart.
And the automa, where they are confronted by them, some of them are fighting them off.
And so it's going to take some time for them to understand that we're here trying to help them drive out this threat. Fortunately, we've got some allies. There are some enlightened brokers here that we're going to be working with.
But it's a broker that arrived here quite a long time ago and has had a change of heart from looking at the world as a very transactional place to seeing this place as a holy place, a sacred place. We meet an enlightened one named Fareem, and Fareem needs our assistance, and in return, he leads us to Haven,
which is a hub that has been created out of progenitor ruins, and this is where the Enlightened really have made their home.
Haven serves as our foothold here, as well as use it as a base of operations and really start unlocking the mysteries of this land.
The enlightened brokers are intent on protecting and preserving the work of the first ones here, but now they're seeing Zoval bring his forces against the automa and tear up the land, and they are eager for assistance.
The brokers themselves are very ostentatious, they're very into materialism, but the Enlightened are not that at all. They have relinquished this material way, and you'll see this reflected in their clothes. They're a little tattered, they're a little faded, because it just isn't important to them anymore. They're just here for the pursuit of knowledge.
I'm just like waiting for something to happen at this point.
When players arrive, they're kind of fishes out of water. And one of the first things that we have to do is start learning how to communicate with the automa. Think of it as a kind of runic language, based in symbols.
We will bond with a small construct who's pretty cute, actually. And with his assistance and the assistance of Fareem, we will learn eventually how to understand the symbols through the cipher of the first ones.
We'll uncover different parts of this alphabet and start to learn more about the progenitors and ZERETH Mortis itself.
It will allow you to unlock new and different forms of content. So that can range from daily quests to new options on the vendors.
Daily quests,
to
that's what people
places
want.
to explore and new side quests that open up. So it's really the gateway to exploring the far reaches of ZERETH Mortis.
As we looked into the development of CYPHER of the first ones, we wanted something that was unique that players haven't seen before. A little bit of familiarity, but something that takes that to the next level.
We really involved the whole team in this creative process. We worked with our UI team to be able to represent those through text, through these things talking and seeing them on screen in chat bubbles and in our chat window. Little by little, these kind of runes start taking shape into words that we recognize. But it's going to be a process that unfolds over the course of playing through Eternity.
That's kind of cool.
The automa speak in this kind of musical language. They don't talk the way that we mortals are used to speaking. The sound team was super excited. They jumped in, they started prototyping all kinds of different sounds. We listened, we gave feedback. And we really ended up in a cool place. As you're playing through and gradually unlocking the language, you'll be able to see those words that they're saying, but still hear those tones.
Is this content? What is this? Sepulcher something of the first ones.
Taylor's true
Sepulcher.
goal has
Sepulcher.
never really been to escape the Maw or to gain power. He's been focused on reaching this place called the Sepulcher, to go into this place of power and to really rewrite the rules of the universe. We'll learn that the jailer has breached the sepulcher of the First Ones, and this becomes our new raid for Eternity's End. We're going to gather our forces, we're going to pursue the jailer inside. Once you go inside the sepulcher, there's some mind-blowing visuals. This is a place that should not be able to exist according to the laws of physics as we know them on Azeroth. Just looking out into this impossible sky of seeing these ancient works of the First Ones, those laws don't apply to anything we see here.
Among the bosses that we're going to face in Sepulcher of the First Ones include the jailer's forces, maybe a dreadlord or two that you haven't tied up loose ends with. We'll face a consular. This is similar to a being like Algalon, but the jailer's gotten to it and has infused his domination magic into the consular. Before we get to the jailer, however, we need to get to Anduin first. Our hope is that we can learn whatever Anduin knows about domination magic. We need to be able to
Anduin's the new big bad guy now?
We know players have been waiting a long time for the return of tier sets, and as devs, we have too.
It's a great blend
Why'd you
of
take it
progenitor
out?
magic, golds, and metals, along
That looks
with
sick.
this class-defining silhouettes.
That looks good.
Wolves
All
for
that looks
shamans,
good.
Pointy things for
All of
rogues.
that.
It's
Literally
gonna look
everything.
amazing.
Our class and combat team was super excited to bring class sets back. This is something that felt really right for
Yes.
the story. We're in the final act
Class
of the
sets.
Shadowlands
Oh my
saga.
gosh.
We're
Wait.
here literally on the brink.
they're
and
showing it.
something that felt super excited to bring class
Wait,
sets.
wait, that did none of that looked cool right there. What they were just showing, none of that looked like what? Okay,
It's back.
hold
This
up.
is
What is this? It's kind of left. I mean, okay.
really right for the story. We're in the final
You guys can't see the gnome. Hold on. Oh god, that's what people wanted.
act of the Shadowlands saga. We're here
Okay,
literally on the brink at Eternity's End.
that looks pretty good. Why does it look so much better in concept?
And what better
But,
place
like,
to
when they
fully
show it, it doesn't
unleash
look
the
cool.
power of
That
these
looks pretty cool.
classes. And I think players will really enjoy the return of those class sets just as much as the team enjoyed making them.
How do you make something that is mystical and magical and incomprehensible and yet understandable? I think we've done a good job of finding that line.
The team as a whole has been working so hard, and we are so excited to get this out for everyone.
We're gonna get new mounts, new pets.
A bit
one
horrifying
cares.
for me, but exciting for some is the fact that, you know, some of the spider mounts can now fly. Who needs flying spiders? But that's also going to be a cool thing for people.
We have updates to professions, to soulbinds, to conduits. There's a new dancing minigame in Darkmoon Fair.
I'm a story guy, so I'm super geeked about watching players kind of piece together those little lore tidbits. That's what excites me as well.
I'm really looking forward to Season 3 of Mythic Plus. Tazavesh is getting split into 2 dungeons. If you're a raider, if you chase Keystone Master, if you're an achievement collector.
This
there's
guy didn't
something
say
for everyone
anything
to
that
do in this.
didn't even mention PvP once. Didn't even mention PvP once, dude. He literally mentioned everything but PvP. There's something for everyone. Everyone but PvPers. If you're a PvPer, keep copium. Let's see what they have to have.
Looking forward to Season 3 of Mythic Plus.
Yep, Mythic
Tazavesh
Plus.
is getting split into 2 dungeons.
2
If
dungeons.
you're a raider,
Raider.
if you chase Keystone Master,
Keystone,
if you're
more
an
Mythic.
achievement collector, there's something for everyone
Casual.
to do in this.
Something for
Shadowlands
everyone.
Is like
Okay.
the final chapter of
There's
one
something
book
for
of the
everyone. I guess that's where the PvPers are.
Warcraft saga. And our team is already hard at work on the next stories to come. Can't talk about them quite yet, but when the time is right, we're going to be really excited to share them with you.
Okay. All right. To be fair, doesn't look too bad. They're adding more content. Woo, content. Content's always like good, right? Hopefully the stuff that they have to say is to actually help the game. They could add the infinite amount of content. They could add a new raid every freaking day and it still wouldn't fix the game. The core issues are stuff that's happening within the game. All the Covenant stuff, they need to stop doing that. All the little extra, what do they call it? Like little powers. And the catch-up systems are always terribly bad at the start. And they end up being way better normally at the end of the expansion. Pretty much basically when the player base just quit, they kind of like, hey, go have fun. And that's how it should be from the very start. And it's not like Blizzard doesn't know this. They're not stupid. They know what they need to do. I don't know. Us internally grinding for like 100 years is content to them. And now it doesn't really matter if it's fun or not. Your first playthrough, it might be fun, but when you have to play alts, it's probably one of the worst experiences. Again, towards the end of the expansion is probably the best time of the expansion because they add everything that the player base wants and they know it. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the reaction video. I never really do reactions videos, so please don't hit the dislike bar too hard. This is really weird for me. I had to get ready for this video. I don't really like that. I don't even put camera on for my stream, but you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And I hope you guys have a good day, okay? Bye.